So another favorite trick of all successful speakers is to contextualize what you're doing and to refer, most importantly, to what's come earlier. Now, it's a very nice thing to be able to speak at the start of a conference, in which case you can refer to what's coming after. But my goodness, make sure you refer. Make sure that you've done your homework, that people know that you've done your homework. Make sure that people know that you've honored them by actually turning up and listening to the speakers who've come before you, that you didn't just bask in some green room waiting to be summoned, but you're actually there, engaging, listening, thinking, thoughtful, reflective. Even if you're not, make sure that you've done your research so that people get the feeling that you must have been there, although they didn't see you, you must have been. If your travel doesn't allow you to be there, and say that the conference started the previous day, make sure that you've looked at all the PowerPoint presentations from the previous day. Make sure that you've maybe spoken to a couple of speakers, if you can, over dinner the previous evening. Make sure that you've really talked with a number of the participants about what for them were the most important take-home messages, what they'd really appreciated in the previous day. And make sure you weld those messages into your own so that there's consistency and a feeling of continuity. And then you'll find that your audiences will love you. Why? Because they think, well, he's one of us. He's part of the community here. He's not just a speaker, but he's part of the faculty, part of the team, part of the organisation of the event, and one of the building blocks on which the whole thing has been created. And that's very different from someone who just does a hit and run, especially if they obviously just doing the same old presentation they usually do. They just drop out of the sky and say, oh, hello, and I give them a presentation and off they go again, which is not very impressive. It can be hurtful, disappointing, and quite frankly, it's a bit insulting to an audience. So let's connect with the messages they've already heard. Let's lay the foundations for what's going to come. Let's honor the speakers that follow by referring to them by name, without stealing their thunder. That's a subtle thing. Don't steal their thunder, otherwise the audience will be robbed of the freshness of those ideas when they come. But do make sure that we trail the material in a general way and that we make connections. So we might say, as you're going to hear tomorrow, I'm not going to spend more time on this now because Tony, who's a real expert on this, is going to go further into that. Or if you want to hear more about that this afternoon, there's a breakout on this, which Thomas is going to do. And if you want to break out on that, then Sarah is going to do that. Now, and there we are. Or we say, you've heard yesterday X, Y, and Z. I just want to return to that theme because I've got another perspective on this. Because X, Y, and Z is really important when we consider A, B, and C. And then it all really starts to make sense. So make the connections, integrate your messages, and then your audience will love you.